Come on in, Guy Benson, please. Do you think Biden will stay and be at the top of the ticket in November?
I've had a bet with my father, Stu, for the past year on this question. My position is that he will be the nominee. My dad's is that he won't. We'll find out in a couple of weeks. It's a bottle of wine riding on it, so I hope I'm right. I think a lot of people in the Trump campaign hope I'm right. Yeah. Although I will say this, I was here in Milwaukee since Friday, and the other night I was invited to a party of lefties. So these are Democrats and organizers and people who are trying to help whoever's at the top of the Democratic ticket win this election, especially in this crucial state. And there's a young woman who is very experienced in this space, and she's from Milwaukee, and she told me that, or the Milwaukee area, she told me that, of course, everyone's feeling morose about Biden. They're worried about the election. They don't think it's going well. And I said, I won't quote you by name. I'm just genuinely curious, how do you feel about Kamala Harris? If they were to swap it out, it has to be her, I'd assume. How do you feel about that? And she said, she paused, and she said, well, you're right, it would have to be Harris, almost certainly. And based on what we're hearing on the ground, in this state at least, we are more nervous about how she would perform at the top of the ticket than Biden. We're not feeling great about Biden, but at least that's kind of what we know. So that's one person's view, of course. I think she would love to change the whole ticket, but it's just not realistic at this stage.
I think you're right, Guy. I think you're right. I think he is going to be at the top of the ticket in November. Got another one for you. According to Axios, multiple photographers were worried that the photo of Trump with his fist up moments after being shot would become a kind of propaganda machine that would make Trump a martyr. Another photographer from a major news outlet suggested the media should bury the photo because, I'm quoting now, it's kind of free PR for Trump and it's dangerous for the media organizations to keep sharing the photo. I think we should have put it up on the screen. Anyway, Guy, that is outrageous to bury that photo. That's outrageous.
Well, it's just patently ridiculous. It's not going to happen. We've all seen it. It's everywhere. It's on T-shirts here. So that photo isn't going anywhere. In fact, that photo is going to be in the annals of history. That photo, the really iconic one, belongs to history immediately. And this idea, it's kind of been a running joke that when leftists don't like something, they decide it's dangerous, right? It can't just be, oh, we're uncomfortable with that, or we wish that didn't happen. It's dangerous for democracy. This is maybe the most cartoonish version of that. It's like, oh, it's going to look good for Trump. The man was almost murdered on live television, and then he had the presence of mind to get up and pump his fist and encourage and reassure his supporters. I'm sorry, I think you kind of earn that moment when you survive an assassination attempt and you respond the way that you do. And there can be whiny people worried that it might look good for him. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that, but it does give another glimpse into the mindset of so many people who consider themselves journalists. Thank God that a tiny handful of people don't control the information in this country. It's out there.
You do know what to say. You said it, and you got it right. Guy Benson, you're all right. Thanks very much indeed, sir. See you again soon.